Nigga got the red in me. The Ku Klux Klan and the streets with me. Some realers out of love to stay with me. Some realers out of love to sleep with me. The Molly Crow got me like a zim.
Yeah.
My waistline small and that booty look damage.
Hey, let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, happy Friday. Good morning, Slurpee. Hey. Gotta keep that hammer. Woo. Billion trillion dollars. Hey. I dare you try to roll. Hey. I dare you try to roll. Tell them. Good morning. Happy Friday. Yes, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Greg, good morning. Heaven. Upper echelon. Yes, peace and love. Good morning. Happy Friday, Angela. Ooh. Hey. Tell them, C-Street. Hey, keep it clean. Keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is I, Triple H. Hey, Trump supporters, Megan, good morning. I gotta switch my grammar every week. I do. Hey, tell them. Yeah. I dare you try to. Tell them, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the morning show. It is Friday, and we are once again, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Nancy. We are once again in the lion's den to get our dose of truth. Wow, look at that. Thank you so much, Koning. How do you say that, Sagat? Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are once again in the thick of things. And you know what we do on this side of town. We bring nothing but the truth, okay? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there from these fake TikTok hosts. Oh, Elisha, okay, nice to see you. Didn't recognize you. You got a new account. Okay. Yes, we are here, ladies and gentlemen, to address all forms of lies and misinformation, especially the lies coming from my friends on the right. Okay, good morning, Fanny. Nice to see you. Okay, and obviously the main thing we're going to be talking about is what's happening at the border today. And I got a little message queued up just for you. Yes, Real Dean. Zeusy. Okay, but before we get started, you know I got to take care of a few housekeeping items. One, they call me Zeus, god of sky and thunder. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am, as they say I am truly the most handsome in the kingdom. All right, and they also call me Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's because I am the most honest person on TikTok, hands down, second to none. Nobody more honest than me. Humble. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the most humble person on TikTok. If I get it wrong, I have no problem apologizing, because guess what? Nobody is perfect, all right? So, and the last H, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Poker Dad, is because I am handsome. They don't like me because I tell the truth. You know, I get all these people sending me these videos. And they send me these videos and they say, Zeus, please watch this video so you can stop lying out here on TikTok. I watch these videos and I go, do you really believe that? Do you really believe Donald J. Trump is the second coming of Christ? And they say, yes, go read the book of Revelations. There's 7 seals and they're going to be broken and the trumpets are going to play. You hear the part when they say trumpets? That's Donald Trump. To these people, I'm going to say, cut it out. Okay, because I do not buy it. Now, what I am about to do, I'm going to go through some news. Okay, some of it is easy to digest, but some of it is going to be hard, especially for the Trump supporters. So, to the Trump supporters that are here now, I understand a lot of you think that I'm a Democrat operative. They do. They think that some of the people that come in the box and they share their testimony, they think we're paid for by the DNC, and they get in the comment section and they start saying, I'm gonna go snitch. This is what they do. I'm gonna go snitch to the TikTok authorities because you're spreading untrue statements. This is what they do, and they get upset. They get in the box and they start yelling. So, full disclaimer. I am not like other people on TikTok that, you know, talk about these things and coddle the Trump supporters. What we do here, and it doesn't matter really what side of the aisle you're on. You could be a Democrat. What we do here is we promote accountability at all levels. And right about now, we got to hold the Trump supporters accountable for all the lies and misinformation and damage and the amount of money it has cost the United States of America to bring these folks accountable, okay? And that's what this is truly about. Now, if you do not like what I'm doing on TikTok, here's your opportunity to exit stage left. Do as your leader has said you should do.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned,
that's right.
If you hate our country,
it's Friday.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Good morning, Christina.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
That's right. You can leave. Go down to, I would say go to Central America. But you know what? I don't think that's really the place for you. I think you should go to Russia, North Korea, or perhaps China, okay? Because what's going on here, you don't like it. I get it. You don't like President Biden. You think President Biden is the reason your egg prices are going up, your gas prices are going up. So go ahead, go somewhere like Russia, okay? Because we know that's where you want to take those American boots that you got. You want to take them to Russia, okay? But over here, we're not going to be nice about holding you accountable. If you did something wrong, we're just going to tell it like it is. You're wrong. Okay, now let's talk about Title 42. Okay, I want to address this because this is a very important issue, and it's tied to, obviously, what's going on in Congress, the debt ceiling. And there's a lot of misinformation about this, okay? It was implemented by the previous administration to limit the spread of the COVID-19 virus. This is why it was put into place. And it allowed the Department of Homeland Security to expel migrants at the border without due process. However, it has been clear that the policy was never intended to be permanent. Okay, and we have been reviewing its implementation and effectiveness. This is coming from the Biden administration, all right? After careful consideration, they have decided to end Title 42. You know about this. And this is obviously affecting families that are seeking asylum. Now, the reason it has to end is because it was put into place because it was a policy tied to public health. Okay, but it did not address the United States of America's commitment to its values as a nation as it pertains to how we deal with migrants and immigrants, because we are a nation of immigrants at the end of the day, right? Now, we got to make a few things very clear, because I know I turned on Fox News, and you turn on Fox News and they go, the borders are open. Biden got the borders open. This is what they're saying. I just want to strike that lie down. The borders are not open. Okay, let me repeat that again. The borders are not open because Title 42 ended. The borders are not open. Title 42 does not mean that our borders are open. They are still enforcing immigration laws. And anyone who attempts to enter the United States illegally will be turned away. Okay? And I've seen these folks. There's some good people out there. They're going around and they're combating this misinformation. They're handing out papers to these folks that are lined up. And they're being very nice about it. Like, hey, there is a legal path to get into the United States, and you should take it. Don't take that dangerous journey to get here and only to find out that you're going to be turned around. Do not listen to these folks on the right telling you that the borders are open, because they don't got it right. What they are doing is what you call gaslighting, folks. Am I at the border? Absolutely not. But I think it's important we get the message out there, okay? Because quiet as it is kept, I heard these people. I don't speak Spanish, but they had translators. These folks were saying they actually are getting a lot of misinformation about what's happening. They're being told, come on up. Title 42 is ending. Thank you for that gift. Yes. Now let us turn to a second issue, the need for Congress to act on the debt ceiling and the ongoing border crisis. I know they don't like me because I'm telling the truth, but guess what? I'd rather be realer than you. In the past, raising the debt ceiling has been a routine matter that has been handled in a bipartisan manner. But unfortunately, some in Congress, mainly the Republicans, Kevin McCarthy, you know who you are now using it as political football. Threatening to refuse to raise the debt ceiling unless they get their way on other issues. To those that are doing that, shame! I know. This is unacceptable, Kevin McCarthy. This is unacceptable. The debt ceiling is not a bargaining chip at all, and failing to raise it would have catastrophic consequences for our economy and our country. We need you, Kevin McCarthy, to act quickly, especially to my friends on the right. Put pressure on Kevin McCarthy legally, okay? Do it in a constructive and democratic way, okay? To act responsibly, to raise the debt ceiling and ensure that our government can continue to meet its obligations. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are talking about. President Biden is there in the White House right now, ready to get the job done. But we got these folks in Congress, especially on the right, holding up progress. So that is my message today about Title 42 and the debt ceiling. Thank you all. Now, you know what? I'm going to open up the boxes later, but you know we got to get through the meat and potatoes topics because I want to hear from everybody, but I want to make sure we get the truth out there first. So there's no room to get in here and start acting like you're confused, okay? So bear with me. We got a few more minutes. I see you, Challenger. I do see you. And by the way, I'm fine with whoever wants to talk. They keep coming to me, Zeus. It's an echo chamber in there. That's not my fault. It's not my fault that us on the left are the ones that want to tell the truth. This is a live of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you're a Republican, get in the box and tell the truth. I've talked to many Republicans, okay, and some Trump supporters that have been real honest and said, you know what, Zeus, you're right, or maybe you got this wrong. But at the end of the day, I don't create the echo chamber. Okay, I don't create that. What I do, and a lot of other people do, is we talk the truth. That's it. There's no tricks to this. Okay, now let's move on to our next most important topic. Here we go. Trump supporters, I'm gonna give you another chance. Go ahead.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Here you
As far
go.
as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Retreat! Okay? Because we're about to get into some very well, I'm not going to say it's disturbing. It's something that needs to be on the front of everybody's mind, especially to the people who are Trump supporters. And you wonder why the heat is on. I wish I had the song called "The Heat Is On" by DMX. I might play it. But the heat is on, okay? Because the jig is up. We know exactly what's going on in the Trump world. We watch it. I watch it. I got both eyes on it. Trump proves that hate and violence is not the fascist final last gasp option. It's there first. And you saw it on CNN, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this stuff up. You are free to do your own research, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump on CNN doubled down on his lies in support of white supremacist haters convicted of violently unaliving a police officer and sending 140 others to the hospital on January 6th. Yeah. They don't like me because I'm telling the truth. These are the people that Trump said he would consider pardoning if he gets a second chance in the White House. So this is why I say you get in the box and you start talking. You get in the box and you start talking and trying to defend Donald J. Trump. It's an uphill battle you got to do. And I don't know how far you're going to get because there's too much dirt on this guy. And we got the receipts. Yeah. This shouldn't surprise us. No, it doesn't. Donald Trump, I'm going to be honest. I'm not surprised by the fact that he is what he is, a snake. I wish I had this. You know, he gave a little speech when he was running his campaign about a snake all the time. Yeah, he's a snake oil salesman. He's dirty, disgusting. He does anything he can to win. If we were playing sports, if me and Donald J. Trump had to play basketball back in the day, you know, I know he would foul, he would cry, he would be complaining to the referees all the time. He'd be doing every trick in the book to try to win because he's not good at what he does. He only knows how to cheat. Okay, so I'm not surprised. He's getting ready to repeat January 6th all over again with 2024. I know this is what he wants to do. He said this is his retribution. Okay, in the meantime, while he's trying to get a second chance, he's encouraging more hate crimes and violence against Americans whose skin isn't white. Shame! If they're queer or simply supporting the basic values of this nation. I know you don't like it when I highlight this is his personality and this is what he's using his base to do. But this is really what's going on. If you look up the statistics, you can see ever since Trump got into the political arena, the hate crimes have doubled. But yet, they get out here and they go, you love Trump way before, there was no problem with Donald Trump when he was an entertainer. It was only a problem when he got into politics. Why? This is what they say. Why? Well, here's the answer. The hate crimes have doubled. Go look it up. He's had a nasty influence on the culture here in the United States. He's encouraged a lot of people to do a lot of bad things. And we'll get into that later on because there's a lot of different things that we got to touch on. Let's see. Here it is right here. Here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Owning the libs. Is this Trump's policy? Is this what Trump supporters? This is what you go to sleep, you wake up, and the only thing you think about, owning the libs. Shame. It's the highest value in the Republican Party now. Yeah. And it starts, and its biggest stars are those willing to lay down the most outrageous lies about supposed evil perpetrated by the Democrats. They blame Democrats for everything. I didn't get a raise. Blame the Democrats. Egg prices are up. Blame the Democrats. Russia invading Ukraine. Blame the Democrats. My girlfriend left me. Blame the Democrats. My dog got sick. Blame the Democrats. This is what they do. It's raining outside. Blame the Democrats. To the people that keep doing that, cut it out. They blame them for abortion rights up to the moment of birth, calling gay folks groomers, all this to justify intimidation and threats of violence. Shame! Listen, I know you're upset, but I have to bring this information up because if I don't, people will say that I'm not doing my job in the kingdom, sitting on my throne of truth. So bear with me. All right, today's Republicans. Hero is an accused. This is to the Trump supporters and the people that are, still in the Republican Party. I know you hate that I sometimes blend Republicans with Trump supporters, but I'm only doing it in the context that Donald J. Trump is the front runner for the Republican Party. So this is why we got to continue to do this until we get more Republicans, real ones, to start to split that Red Sea. Okay, split that Red Sea. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with it like this. Okay, so today's Republican hero is an accused rapist. Who's relied, let me restate that, who has, I would say, made fun of disabled people. Okay, told people to beat up cops. This is the Republican front runner. Separates parents from their children at the border and launched a violent coup attempt against America. Yes, this guy. We keep having to hold Donald J. Trump accountable for what happened on January 6th. This is the Republican frontrunner. His language is drenched in violence. Shame! You're nasty and you know it. Many Americans know that Donald J. Trump is a traitor. Okay, he does not belong in the White House, and he will not get a second term. There are too many Americans that really want to see America be the country that it can live up to be and reach its potential. They're not going to allow this. I'm bringing this information to you so you can, deal with it right now and make the adjustments in your world wherever you are. And speaking of the Republican Party, like I said, here's another example. My favorite part of the live, one of the favorite things I like to do is talk about Republicans behaving badly. Okay? George Santos, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you know who George Santos is? Santos! Where are you, Santos? But ladies and gentlemen, look at what we got going on right here. George Santos tricked supporters into giving him money that he spent on designer clothes and credit card payments. What? So he wanna do what these rappers are doing now. George Santos, you wanna be a rapper? Is that what this is about? You're scamming? Boy, oh boy. To the folks out there that want to continue to try to look for dirt on Hunter Biden, this is what I need you to do. First worry about getting the beam. You got a big beam, a huge log. Get the beam out of your eye before you start trying to tell other folks how to get the splinter out of their eye. This is between Donald Trump And George Santos, I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh, y'all can't talk about what's happening in the Democrat Party. I just say, don't do it. Don't even try it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And somebody in the comment section, I just wanted to make sure we touched on this before I open up these boxes. This is one of the couple. This is one thing I want to talk about, and then there's one more thing that I got to talk about after this, and then I'm going to open up the boxes, okay? And I want to hear from all of you, especially any women out there that find Donald J. Trump attractive. If there are any ladies out there, any women that are Trump supporters, and you believe Donald J. Trump is attractive, I want to hear from you because I want to know what you find attractive about him, why you would kiss him. They said they would let him kiss him, okay? So I want to know why you want that, okay? I'm really curious what you see is attractive about Donald Trump. All right, so I want to touch on this. You don't actually have any facts. Even Fox News isn't buying the GOP's claim about Biden's foreign business dealings. They have been searching and searching and searching, and the best James Comer could do was show us some bank statements, okay? And the bank statements just proved that he has no dirt on the Bidens. So, to my friends on the right, please stop bringing up the Bidens. It's over. There's nothing there. Even Fox News, and you know how we all feel about Fox News, even Fox News is saying, cut it out. You know it. The world knows it. There's no crimes there, okay? And I don't want to hear about Hunter Biden's laptop either because you know the rules. Where's the docket number? You got to have a docket number to validate any claims that you're making against these folks out here. And we got docket numbers against Donald Trump, but we don't got none against the Bidens, especially as it relates to this so-called influence peddling business. What policies can you say China paid the Bidens money to do? What policies can you say China paid the Bidens to implement? None. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the box of conspiracies that have been debunked in the kingdom, and it is no longer debatable. Don't send Zeus a request to debate this one. Nope, I don't want to do it. But if you want to debate me on something, I thought about it. Anybody that wants to debate Zeus on anything, please make sure the topic includes accountability, not pivoting and not deflecting, okay? Now moving on to my favorite topic. This is the second thing. We talk about Republicans behaving badly. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're moving on to you know what? Holding the people accountable for what happened on January 6th that actually committed crime. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do it. To the Trump supporters who continue to get, well, I wouldn't say caught, that justice, you know, the Department of Justice, they're actively, vigilantly looking for you, okay? Because if you were there on January 6th and you broke the law, they're coming for you. You know who's coming for you? I'm going to give you a hint. Here you go.
Jack Smith is a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
Yes!
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Oh!
Jack Smith.
Jack
He's a Trump
Smith!
hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
Get him, Jack!
But he's a harasser and an abuser. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They do anything they can to hurt Trump.
That's right.
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. Oh my gosh, I got to open up these boxes. I'm well past my time slot. They built a new life. This couple right here, I've got to tell you this quick story. They built a new life near Charlotte area after January 6th, and now this husband and wife are going to prison. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. What a sad story. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. A moment of silence, right? This is what Donald J. Trump does. He takes a couple like this and ruins their life, okay? So, you can see them. Dale, Tara, who run a regenerative cattle poultry farm 45 miles north of Charlotte, have become North Carolina's first husband and wife sentenced to prison for their roles in the January 6, 2021 United States Capitol. Thank you, Mexican Guru, for the gift. Okay, this is, ladies and gentlemen, I bring these stories up because I want to make sure Trump supporters know what comes with being a Trump supporter. You got to be willing to go to jail. You got to be willing to risk it all for Donald Trump. Send them all your money, give up all your freedom. That's what it takes to be a Trump supporter. They were ordered to serve 41 and 8 months respectively, husband and wife, and they will be getting their sentences at a later date. Kelly, who was appointed to the bench by former President Donald J. Trump. So this is a Donald J. Trump judge. Okay, ordered both of them to serve 24 months of supervised released visits. Okay, supervised release. Okay, that means you got to be on home detention. They will spend the first third of hers on home detention. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go look this story up. And what makes it even more interesting, both pled guilty in October to riot-related felony charges. Okay, the husband, obstruction of this is the wife. The wife, she pled guilty to obstruction of an official proceeding, and her husband pled guilty to obstruction of and assault on a police officer. I thought you backed the blue. I thought these folks, you back the blue. They get out here. This is what I was saying earlier. They say the Democrats want to defund the police. No, it's Kevin McCarthy that wants to do that, and Jim Jordan. The Democrats, they Antifa, they've taken over this, and they attack cops. This is what they say, the Democrats and Antifa, BLM, they attack the cops. Republicans would never do that. Look who's getting convicted. It's the Trump supporters. They were attacking people and cops. Donald J. Trump gets on national television and says the cop that was protecting the Capitol and had to use his firearm. And unfortunately, Ashley Babbitt lost her life that day. Donald J. Trump said that cop was a thug. Shame! Anyway, the couple, the parents of a 2-month-old daughter, moved to North Carolina after taking part in the attack on the Capitol by a mob of Trump supporters intent on overturning the Republicans' election loss to Joe Biden. And I think you should pay attention to that part. Republicans' election loss to Joe Biden. That's why I tell people, Joe Biden won the 2020 election fair and square. Admit it and move on, please. And I'm going to conclude this. Is this the part? They were arrested in March of 2021, charged 6 months later after the couple had relocated to Catawba County. In the months since, they have quickly put down their roots in Conover. Look at this. They're trying to move on in life, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. They leased land from the guy's uncle, okay, to start their farm. They got married 6 months after the riot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how they tried to rebuild their lives. They joined a church. They made new friends. In a letter to Kelly seeking leniency for Shelby, one acquaintance said that the couple has quickly become community leaders in their adopted home. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough. It's not enough. as you can see, this is the result of participating in the Stop the Steal rally that Donald Trump orchestrated. And this is an example of Trump supporters getting caught, breaking the law, and being held accountable. So, before I open up the boxes, you know what time it is. Thank you to the Department of Justice and Jack Smith for holding these folks accountable. Let's salute them for their work. Get them out of here. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. They don't like me because I tell the truth, but guess what? I'd rather be realer than you. It's time to hear from all of you out there. What a Friday! Oh my goodness. What a Friday! But somebody has to do this work to make sure the American people know the truth. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I can't do any TikTok battling right now. Why would you say that I'm a liar? I have not lied to you about a single thing in this live, and you know it. You want to go to jail? Do you want to give up your freedom and to give all your money to Donald J. Trump? Go ahead and do it, but just don't blame the Democrats, okay? You should see it. Everywhere I go, especially on YouTube, these folks try to tell me I'm lying. And I ask them where. And
Zeus, give me
Good
1
morning,
minute, bro.
Brother
Give me 1
Swerve.
second.
All right, you're muted, Brother Swerve. Good morning. And thank you for the follows. Thank
Yeah,
you.
give me 1 minute, Zeus. Give me 1 minute, bud.
Oh, okay. You want me to come back? I can. Don't worry. Fair enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Swerve. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Brother Jeff. How are you doing?
The God of Truth, how are you, sir?
I'm
Good.
doing all right. Happy Friday. Long time no see. I've covered a lot this morning. Okay. Is there anything in particular that you would like to focus on and make sure we get the truth out there about?
Yeah, well, the big thing I think is you're hitting on the actual party, but it's been, look, the Republican Party's been doing this for decades, right? You could stretch back to the Clinton Foundation deaths. We can go to Benghazi, Uranium One. I mean, these are all conspiracies put out by the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever comes of it. And years later it'll get rehashed just
Right.
because they got nothing else to talk about. And
Mm.
so that's where we're at. I mean, it's Obama's tan suit, it's all the birth certificate, right? This is the party itself. This is what they have to do. The town hall the other day was
Oh, yes.
that was in reaction, Zeus, to
Yes.
that was in reaction to uh, his his guilt of the essay and defamation case, right?
Right. Yeah. He was angry. He was flustered.
Yep. The Republicans, if they know there is a bad thing coming out, they immediately start rehashing all these different conspiracies.
Interesting. Very interesting. And why do you think that's what they like to do? Why do you think they struggle to bring forth real policy solutions to tackle all these things they're blaming the Democrats for?
Well, if the real truth just comes out and stays out and nothing else comes out,
Mm-hmm.
then their party's lost, right? They will be marginalized, right? So they have to put something else out there to give their base, to feed their base, so that they can they will stick with them.
Interesting. Is that true? Trump supporters, Republican. Well, Jeff. Here's the thing. There are some people, and I'm starting to hear this more and more. Some Republicans are saying Trump doesn't represent them. He only represents just his fan base. What do you say about that?
I this is my struggle.
Oh,
If Obama did half the things that Trump has done, I would no longer be a Democrat if my party still accepts that, right?
right.
So there's the moral part of it
So the Republican Party is also, you're saying, liable because they are accepting this kind of conduct.
absolutely. Well, again, remember, it's all about power, right? And
Mm,
Trump gives them the best opportunity to win
mm,
any election because you've got about 20 million, 15 to 20 million Trump people. And
mm.
if they marginalize Trump, if they get rid of Trump, they lose that base. That base will disappear and will not vote for them. So,
Wow.
whether it's DeSantis or whether it's
Mhm.
somebody else, this is what's happening.
Mm.
DeSantis is the fallback guy. You
Right.
know, Trump is there. They don't have a choice but to keep him if they want a chance in the election. And they know this, right? They
Mm,
know their numbers are bigger with Trump.
mm.
But if they condemn Trump, guess what happens? They lose all the Trump voters and
Oh,
they can
so
then,
they're afraid of losing.
correct.
And so because they're afraid of losing, they're going to
Well put.
subject the United States of America to this guy.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Shame.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna say this because you're bringing up some good points. Do you think that there are some Republicans out there that perhaps disagree with what you just said?
Oh, absolutely. Again, most will. There's that middle of the fence people that will, do that. Hey, look, let's even go back to Hillary Clinton's emails, right? That came out 30 days before the election, right? It's not normal to put that information out before an election, but it came out, and what happened, right? The Republican Party understands how this fear works, how this conspiracy works. Their
Mm.
people have been eating it up for decades, right? And I still hear people talking about Benghazi. I still because the
They are. They still say Hillary is guilty, even though she's been absolved, hasn't been found guilty of anything. They still sit back and say she's guilty.
exactly, and
Shame.
the Clinton Foundation deaths, right? You'll hear every now and then, every couple months, you'll hear some Trump supporter or a MAGA or a Republican come in and go, "What about the Clinton Foundation deaths?"
What about
Right?
it?
Exactly. Here's the ironic thing. There's an ex-president that has a charity foundation that's been closed because of criminal activity.
And who would that ex-president be, according to
That
your
would be
knowledge?
President Trump. And the Clinton Foundation,
Yeah.
the Clinton Foundation today still has a top rating of doing good works across the world. Right?
Listen to that, folks. Good ratings. What do you think about people who keep bringing up her 30,000 plus emails? There was a comment out there. They're still so wrapped up about those 30,000 emails. What do you got to say about that? And keep in mind, Special Counsel Jack Smith has access to those emails Donald Trump had that he was sending, especially the ones tied to those classified documents.
Yes, well, again, we have a situation where you can say that the emails were illegal, right? But
Docket number.
Comey, a Republican head of the FBI, came out and cleared her and said there was no suspicious activity, there is no evidence or proof. This is the problem in our country and with the Republican Party. You must have proof to go forward to a case, right? Like look at the Benghazi hearings. We had 8 hearings
Right.
and spent millions and millions of tax dollars for those 8 hearings. At the very end of the eighth one, a guy named Trey Gowdy came out and they had 8 hearings to bring up evidence. They
Right.
had so it failed. Trey Gowdy says at the very end, I still know that there is something criminal with this and we need to keep looking forward, right? Like
Wow.
that's the beauty of the Republican Party. No matter what, they're not giving it up. And then the people below, the voters, will continue to spew that conspiracy. And
I
yet,
know there's
years
no Trump
later,
supporters here that believe Hillary Clinton is still guilty after law and order has just prevailed. No one out here believes that.
and that's the thing. Now, right staring in your face is Donald Trump's closure of his foundation of his charity.
Right.
Right in your face is Donald Trump's essay civil suit loss, right, with
Dumb.
defamation. Right, that's right there in your face. That's a
Right there,
judge.
the real criminal. Right in your
You
face.
yeah, you have no judgments against the Bidens. You have no judgments against the Clintons. You have no judgments against the Obamas. You just have Republicans going to jail, right? Like Republicans losing civil suits.
Oh, I'm going
Republicans.
to get in trouble for this.
Yeah. And here we go. We got George Santos. He's a mini Trump, right? He's still in office, even though he's lied consistently.
Stealing, grifting.
Yep, and charges are coming, but they'll still pretend that it's the Democrats. You know, you could do a quick search and find and check Republicans going to jail versus Democrats, and the number is hugely different compared to.
Oh, I need to do that. Great idea, Jeff. I might have to do that. Now, I'm going to have to thank you because I got to try to bring up some other people. Okay.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
And as always, I appreciate that truth.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and I appreciate your truth.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff! It's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen, to just get in the box and tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And we know who the devil is right there. Let's bring up the next guest. All right. Okay, I see Brother Swervin is back. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, my friend. How are you? You called me. You called me. I'm doing good, man. You called me just as I was getting Mama Jenny her medicine.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand.
So I was like, yeah, just come back to me, because she's a little feisty this morning.
Fair enough. I understand.
You know what I was not at all shocked to see, Zeus.
What was that?
I was scrolling in and out of conservative live yesterday, and the misogyny that I saw from some of these fragile Wahite people. Talking about how Donald Trump just rolled over Caitlin Collins. She didn't know where she was at. She had no clue what was going on. And I had two thoughts to myself. I said, wow, it's amazing. Y'all always complain about us watching CNN, but you obviously watch CNN. And two,
they do.
They
lie and say they don't.
Yeah, and two, they don't understand how journalism works. You know, Caitlin Collins makes a few $1 million a year. Do you honestly think she's going to risk her career over a buffoon like Donald Trump?
I wouldn't.
She told him, I don't know how many times, the election wasn't rigged. You can't keep saying that. But he kept saying it.
H-back.
He kept saying it.
He kept saying it, and he overtalked her. He shows that he has no respect for women by the way he carried himself. I could only imagine how difficult it is to be in a room one-on-one with him and disagree with him. Isn't it? He just seems like he would be the most difficult person to deal with.
Zeus, after he was ordered to pay $5 million to E. Jean Carroll, he comes on TV 24 hours later and makes fun of her again, and then calls Caitlin Collins a nasty person. And then in the deposition, if you haven't watched the whole 48 minutes of the deposition, saying that, you know, stars going back as long as 1 million years were allowed to just grab women by their genitals. And she was like, and then he told that woman, asking him the questions, you're not my type either. You're a nasty person. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, okay, somebody really needs to slap the crap out of him and put him in his place at this point. And
right there in the deposition?
Yeah, he said that in the deposition. Told the woman, the attorney asking him the questions, that she was not his type.
Shame on Donald Trump.
I'm like,
shame.
You just don't get it. You just don't get it. But I'm watching these lives yesterday, man, and oh man,
So you're saying you're going into these conservative lives, and I've peeked in there here and there, and the consensus is he did a great job owning the libs. Is that kind of what they, huh?
Oh yeah. He did a great job lying, but he didn't own a doggone thing. Because if all you can do is lie,
You
you're not
lied.
owning anything but the lie.
He and there were thousands of lies. I think there was over 600 lies he told. Guinness
Over,
Book of World Records of lies. The
according
man
to
lied so much he should have caught fire.
according to CNN, PolitiFact, and Politico, he told over 600 falsehoods or misleading statements. You know, I finished the wall. And then he said this in one of his rallies. I think it was in Michigan a couple months ago.
That's
He
right.
said he finished the wall, but then Joe Biden took it down and hit it. I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like,
Where did he get this
he
stuff from?
he took the wall down and hit it. We got all kinds of video of the wall being built, but we ain't got no video of the wall being deconstructed and then being hit. Like, where did he hide it? What cave did he stick it in?
And why does he keep saying Sleepy Joe is doing all this work? Which one is it?
I still don't get the Sleepy Joe thing.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. And I've said this a dozen times. This old, sleepy, late stage Alzheimer's patient who can barely walk, doesn't know where he's at, and can't put a sentence together, managed to beat the pants off the stable genius and took his job after telling him to shut his mouth on live television. Got monumental legislation passed within this country, including gun reform, and at the same time is running a criminal mastermind organization between the United States, China, and Ukraine.
How's Biden doing this, ladies and gentlemen, if he's asleep? Please, someone explain it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And this is what I mean, Zeus, when I say they trip over their own logic. It's like when they come in here and they say, I'm not taking the jabby jab, I'm a pure blood. You should really go look up what the word pure blood means.
Look it up.
Because it doesn't mean what I think it means. And that's when you just have to sit back and rely on the Princess Bride mentality and go, inconceivable.
Oh, Steve.
It just don't. And like your last guest was saying, the conspiracy theories will continue to come out. You know, we allegedly have Trump derangement syndrome, yet they come up with Hillary did this in Benghazi.
Right.
But if they actually went and looked at the reports, there were 8 reports that were written by Republicans that said Hillary Clinton was not at fault for anything that went on in Benghazi.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. When she requested additional security funds and security troops, it was the Republican Congress that said no.
Oh.
But they know she's guilty of something. They know she's guilty. Her 30,000 emails that were lost on that private server.
Oh,
Guess
the
what?
30,000 emails.
They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything about Ivanka Trump using her personal email account to conduct government business.
Where's the outrage?
Where's that phony outrage for that? They won't say anything about that. That's when they'll just sit there and go, well, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, miss me with it.
And then Zeus, it's, well, the research is out there and all this evidence is coming out. And then we hear their famous last words. You wait and see. We've been waiting for how long now?
How long do we gotta wait?
Donald Trump was supposed to be reseated in the White House after Brunson versus Adams, after Mike Pence was going to send it back, after Mike Lindell had all this magnanimous evidence that was going to cause the Supreme Court to suspend their
2 more weeks.
Thanksgiving vacation and come back in and vote unanimously to reseat Donald Trump in the White House. But guess what? The Supreme Court don't have that kind of power or authority.
No.
Number one.
No 22-380. It's over. Bye-bye.
I've been telling them for a couple years now, they might as well just, and they're probably out there right now at some local high school stadium digging up a goalpost so they can move it again.
Wow.
And it would just be so much easier if you put some wheels on that goalpost and keep moving it.
What do you, Brother Swervin, now what do you say to these folks out here? I'm looking into the comments, and every day you get in the box, people say you're lying to them. What do you say to them?
What am I lying about?
Good question.
What have I lied about? Give me one thing that I have lied about.
I haven't heard you lie not one time. So Anyone out there can say, they're saying Hillary. You're lying about Hillary Clinton.
What about her?
I'm assuming they're saying that Hillary Clinton is guilty.
She absolutely did lose 30,000 emails. And Donald Trump asked Russia to find him on live television.
Which is collusion.
He asked WikiLeaks to find him on live television, which they never found him. But go read the reports that came out of Benghazi from the Tea Party Republicans. Go read that if you think I'm lying. And I've said this before in your live, Zeus. If they want me to, I will start my live, and I would triple dog dare any single one of them to get in the box.
Well, that's an offer I'm pretty sure they cannot refuse. So, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody that wants to challenge Brother Swervin, won't you just go ahead and give him a follow, okay, and go live, and really, let's go in there and see this Royal Rumble of sorts.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, just like Zeus runs his live, I run mine the same way. You're not gonna talk over me. I'm not going to talk over you. We're going to show each other a little bit of mutual respect.
That's right.
But if you cannot come with facts, I'm not interested in talking with you.
What if do you require docket numbers?
Well, in the Hillary Clinton situation, there was no docket numbers because nothing ever made it to any kind of court, federal, state, or otherwise.
But does a docket number strengthen the argument a little?
It possibly could. I'm sure that Hillary Clinton's been sued for something.
Okay. So show up with docket numbers if you can. That would do wonders in terms of proving your points. Okay. And we say this because we didn't start the docket number rule. Did we, Swerve it? Did we start this?
No, sir. No, we did not.
You know who did?
Yep.
We go into these conservative lives and we tell them the truth, and they shut us down. Get out of here.
I'm not gonna say his name, but it rhymes with the word struggles.
And by the way, where's my steak, Snuggles? You know it's time to pay up. I know you saw that verdict with E.G. and Carol. Where's my steak?
What I'm just curious about, again, they go back to, people like myself and you having Trump derangement syndrome. But here they go bringing up Hillary Clinton, President Obama, Bill Clinton. I'm like, y'all got every kind of derangement syndrome there is.
That's right. If I got TDS, you know what I say? Give me more of it, because that TDS works magic to Zeus. It does wonders in the kingdom.
I'm going to fall back on my boot camp days. I love it. I want more of it. Make it hurt.
You should get some TDS then. How about that?
Right. That's right. So, Zeus, I'm gonna drop myself down. I'm gonna go see how Mama Jenny's nurse is doing. He should be on his way here. He hasn't gotten here yet, but he texted us 20 minutes ago and said I'm right around the corner. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on around that corner, but it seems like it might be something bad.
Well, you're the right person for the job, Brother Swerve. So please get there and handle your business, okay? Because family is first.
You know I will. I love you, brother. I will see you later. You keep holding it down in the kingdom, and I will keep holding it down in the fortress of solid truth.
All right. Thank you, Brother Swervin, and happy Friday to you, and have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen.
You too, brother. Take care.
Brother Swervin. Kay, thank you so much for those gifts. I truly, truly appreciate it. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back truths have been spoken with my guests. People say, Zeus, it's an echo chamber. You only let Democrats up. Another lie and conspiracy coming from those on the right. That's not what this is. Anybody can send a guest request and get in the box. Cut it out. Let's move it along to our next guest. Thank you so much for tuning in on this lovely Friday. Greetings. Good morning, Cece. How are you?
Good morning, you handsome, humble, and honest
That's
man.
me. Thank you. Yes, Cece. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am Triple H. All right. Happy Friday, Cece. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, honey. I wanted to touch on a few things.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, the CNN debacle.
Uh-huh.
As soon as they announced that they were going to be bringing him up, at that point, I decided that I would no longer follow them.
Oh, I
Never. I will
understand.
never. Chris Cuomo was my favorite anyway. And I
Right.
love and I love Anderson and I love Caitlin. But they, I feel like CNN set her up. I think they set her up to fail. We knew what he was going to do on that stage. Why bring him up?
Mm. They had to. They had to, CC. I watched that and I said, this is for Jack Smith. We need
Oh,
we need Trump on record saying everything he can. And the information they got that I think was the most important was him taking ownership of of what his supporters did, because he admitted he knows they listen to him. So he cannot say I didn't know they would listen to him. He knows the influence he has over those folks. And the way they got it out of him was so amazing, because all you got to do in order to get Trump to tell on himself is just gaslight him. Tell him he's doing a great job.
that's the truth. Well, maybe it was a setup then.
What
Maybe
kind
it was
of?
a setup.
It was. It
But
was.
but
Okay.
now Eugene is also thinking about going after him again for what
Good,
he
good,
said.
good. Sue him again,
Yep,
EG. Get your money, girl. Get another 10 million out of him if you
that's
can.
right. And
Okay.
and and there's a possibility that we knew that he was going to appeal this $5 million decision.
Good, good. Waste some more of the Trump supporters' money. Go for it.
Yes, and the second thing I wanted to touch on,
Go ahead and touch on it.
Tuberville,
Mm-hmm.
is he running for president?
Oh, I have not heard, but I've heard some of the things he said, and I don't think if he did run, he would get very far.
Well, there is it Tuberville who's the governor of Virginia, or do I have him confused with the other nut? Anyway, what's going on in Virginia? I learned this morning that a
Mm-hmm.
judge shut down. They wanted to have 18 to 20 year. They wanted older people to be able to purchase guns,
Oh, yeah, I heard about this too.
and a judge turned it down. The
They
judge
wanted to put
said,
the age limit on it, right?
"Yep, 18
Mm.
to 20, they are allowed to buy." The judge turned it down, and that's in Virginia.
Dang.
And I believe the Virginia governor is going to be running for president.
Mm.
Now, Tuberville, isn't he the one who said that white supremacists
Mm.
are
He
American?
did make several racial statements, racist,
Uh-huh.
and I believe what was it? What was his name? Jake Tapper. He called him out on it on CNN. I was appalled. I don't know the exact statements, okay, but I know he's a member of the Republican Party.
And he had something to say about the military, but I didn't catch it.
Oh,
But yes, he does think that the white supremacists, that they're American. They're
mm,
American. Well, guess
mm.
what? They're not American in my heart and soul.
Oh, they're not.
Not at all.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, CC, because guess what? Anybody that promotes hatred and bigotry, I would argue they don't represent the core values that make the United States such a lovely country to live in.
You're right. And then just
Yes,
one
I
more.
agree. They should lock him up too.
Yeah, and just one more thing, and
Go, CC.
I'll let your cute self go.
Oh,
But
okay. Thank you. Listen,
um,
keep it
you know,
clean.
what I love you. What really upsets me,
Hmm.
and I know there's issues at the border, but what breaks my heart is how people talk about them
Talk
and
about who?
treat them. I mean, it's all them, 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 them,
Oh,
them.
the migrants.
Yes.
Yes,
And
they're human.
did you see the video that somebody put up of people going through the fence, and every one of them were clean, their hair was fixed, They had clean clothes on. They were trying to make it look like these were immigrants going through, and they weren't. It was a setup.
Oh, it was staged.
Yes, people dressed up and went.
Shame.
Yeah, and look, we know these people that are traveling all these miles. They're filthy, they're dirty, they can't help it, they can't bathe, they can't, there's so many things they can't do, and for you to pretend that you're one of them, karma, you're gonna get your karma.
Shame.
Do you have to run for your life, Zeus? Have you ever had to run for your life?
I can't say that I have.
No, and I don't think the majority of us have.
Right. They are fleeing their countries, most of them, because it's dangerous in their countries. And we have a moral obligation as a country to treat people with dignity and respect, no matter where they're from. That's my opinion.
Exactly. We got to stop and think for a minute. What would we do? I would run too, Zeus. I would run if I thought that I was under attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what, people out there,
Tell them, Cece.
have some heart. Have some compassion.
Have some compassion.
Yeah, show some love. I know it's difficult. But please, people, have some compassion. Please.
Tell them. Especially the ones that call themselves Christians.
And I agree. Totally.
All right, Cece. Thank you.
Well, I could sit here all day and talk to you.
I know.
Are you coming back later?
I may do the Closet of Truth later today, where I'm not behind the computer and doing the sound effects, and it's just me directly one-on-one with folks. I may do it, but I got some things to tend to in the kingdom, some affairs to tend to.
Well, you take care of that kingdom, because your queen is waiting for you.
Cece. Unbelievable. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Cece. I am going to bring up the next gift, and you have a lovely day.
Hey, you're blushing.
I know. I can't help it. But it's hard being Triple H. I get it.
It's got to be hard being you, babe.
It is. Oh, it is. All right.
See you later, babe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Cece. And I see these Laker comments out there. Cut it out. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we got quite a few of the fan favorites. Good morning, Brother Greg. Nice to see you as always.
Good morning, Zeus, and it is a beautiful day here in the bunker.
Kevin, I see you.
It's a beautiful day here in the bunker. We are just making sure that we don't get bogged down with disinformation.
Right. It's a commitment that we've all made to stand up to disinformation. Good morning, RC Dubs. Nice to see you.
Morning,
so
RC.
what do you have for us, Brother Greg? We've heard a lot today. They say it's an echo chamber in here.
Yeah, so yesterday I was in a live where they are talking about just like the 85,000 children that were lost at the border. And I'm trying to figure out where they're getting this number, because I haven't seen this figure anywhere. Like, how do they know that that's the exact number? They're saying, well, it's on congress.gov. Well, I'm skeptical, because there's been an issue with, children at the border being separated, and that's been going on.
Right.
And that was certainly done under the last president too, and he's responsible for a lot of children being missing, right? So
right. He
I'm
is.
not sure
He's separating them from their families.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you can blame this on Joe completely. If there is blame to be had, then there's blame to be had. But it's hard to say that policies that have been going on for a couple of years wouldn't contribute to this issue. It's not like this just started.
Facts.
And we're not here to excuse it. And
Right.
it seems like if you challenge it, it's like, well, you're saying that it's okay. You're saying that it's no. We're not saying it's okay. We're just
Tell them.
asking you to provide information that suggests, and they're showing cut TikTok clips that have like video of like a hearing where they're asking a question, and they say there's 85,000 missing from
Right.
the congressman, but the lady never acknowledges that there's 85,000 people missing. She says our commitment to finding these people, these children, is our top priority.
Right. So they're making. So you think they're just making it up as a fear tactic?
I think I really think it is, because it seems to come
Yeah.
back to the same thing every time. Because when we're talking about that, they're talking about the whole issue of transgender people and SA, and I mean, you're more likely to be SA'd by a family member than you are any of these people.
Facts.
I mean, that's the reality. I mean, when they're talking about, and the whole thing about another bill that was denied was, it's like a mental health bill in school that was voted against, and their whole argument was, well, it takes the power out of the parents. Well, what if the parents are the ones doing the essaying, and the child has nobody to talk to but the guidance counselor or school official?
Right.
What then? I mean,
And I
that's the
thought they
whole
cared
point.
about the kids. This is another example.
Right.
They don't care
I
about
mean,
the kids.
so I think they're using, personally, I think in a weird, disgusting way, they're either projecting, some of them, or they're using this as a prop to push their narratives. And I think it's disturbing, because none of us don't care about children,
Facts.
but they make it into the fact like we don't. And I think that's so disingenuous on their part.
Very disingenuous.
And even like the comments that are scrolling by, and I usually don't read them, but like,
Right.
you don't care about the kids, you want to change their genders. No, we don't care that a small percentage of children are going through a process that takes years, and some of them may not even go forward with it. So I just think these are like culture wars that a lot of former propagandists did
Right.
to create fake outrage, to distract from important issues, like the fact that the party that all these people are in
Mm-hmm.
is still supporting someone who like tried to overthrow a duly elected
This guy.
president.
This guy.
Yeah, and
You're
it's like,
still supporting someone that's been found liable for sexual assault.
right. Why are you not mad? And I saw a live earlier this morning with a picture of Biden in a jumpsuit, and I'm thinking, man, they're getting creative. They're copying
They have a
our
picture of
lives.
Biden in the jumpsuit.
Right. But yesterday, if you watched Fox and Friends,
Wow.
Steve Ducey said to James Comer, you haven't provided evidence. You've
Where's the
provided like a little bit of smoke, but there's no fire, right? And so he checked him, because Fox is not playing around anymore. They know that they have to be a little bit better.
That's right.
So because they don't want to go through that again. So it's just very interesting that this is what's going on. And look, I want to be clear. Like, none of us are sitting here advocating for any of this stuff that's going on. They always say, "Why don't you care about this? Why don't you care about that? Why are you so?" It's like, because we do, and that's something
telling
that
the truth.
we can actually
All right,
keep track of. But it's not something like there are other things that are important as well, and we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Thanks. So you
So,
hear what's being said. It's not the Democrats, it's the Republican Party, and we blend Republicans with Trump supporters here, because the Republicans got to hold their people accountable. Unfortunately,
and you
he's the
can't.
front runner for the Republican Party.
And everybody cares about SA. Stop making it a political issue. Stop saying that we don't, because we do.
That's right, brother.
We
Greg. Tell the
absolutely
truth.
care about it.
Tell the truth.
So, I just wanted to say thank you again for allowing me to come up, and I hope you have a good weekend.
All right.
I know you'll be taking the weekend off with Tokyo. Tokyo, where's Tokyo?
Absolutely.
Um,
You as well, my
Tokyo,
good
you should
friend.
show Tokyo more. I think you would get a lot of love showing
I,
Tokyo.
that's up to
I think
him, and I got to do some paperwork. He has a contract situation that I gotta
oh
run past a few attorneys before I can start allowing Tokyo to do his own kind of content.
Tokyo, we love you, Tokyo. You're such a great boy. You're a good boy, Tokyo.
Yes,
So strongly.
he is. He is.
Alvin Bragg, Alvin Bragg. So true. But yes,
There you
I need to
go.
get back to the bunker. I appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day.
All
Stay
right,
safe.
you too.
Bye now.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Brother Greg once again coming in sturdy and all we ask is that you come in the box and tell the truth. Now I know they say that Republicans and Trump supporters are not the same. Well, if that's true, please tell us the difference. Okay, because if I go into the ballot and I see Trump on there, okay, and he's in there with a bunch of other Republicans, I think it's safe to say he's a Republican and so are the Trump supporters. Moving it along, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah, I gotta get to work in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, so I
Great.
gotta hold this up. Wait, where's
All
the
right.
camera?
All
Okay.
right, ladies and gentlemen, this is
First of all, somebody did help me.
okay, great. But what do
Okay.
you have? Because I want to keep the show on topic. What do you
Okay.
have to talk about?
Okay, well, I'm voting for Kennedy primary, and then I'm voting for Republican general election. You know that already because I text you before and
But-
stuff. Because I think Kennedy family was the best. Okay, Kennedy was one of the best presidents. Maybe he cheated, but Kennedy was one of the best presidents ever, just like Abraham Lincoln. Okay, now Obama, Biden, Clinton, Bush's, Reagan. I don't know about Reagan.
wait. You didn't mention Donald Trump.
I don't know about Donald Trump either, okay? But I'm saying Kennedy, okay? Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln were good presidents, okay? Now, if nobody believed me on that,
I don't think
that's
people
fine.
are believing you, Felix. I mean, so let's continue though. You want to vote?
Wait. Kennedy family doesn't support him. Well, you want to know something, Shelley? Guess what? His sister made Special Olympics, okay? JFK's sister made Special Olympics. Do you know what
Okay.
Special Olympics is?
Okay, but Felix, I want to make sure I understand why you want to vote for Democrats and Republicans at the same time. Make that make
I don't want Joe.
make that
I don't
make
want Joe
sense.
again. I don't want Joe again. And if Kennedy beats Joe,
Wait a
then I
second.
would. If Kennedy beats Joe, let's say if Kennedy beats Joe, I would vote for Kennedy over Republican.
But why do you want to vote both sides again? It's because of Biden?
Yes, I want to get rid of Biden. I want to get rid of any president that's not supporting disability. He doesn't care about disability people.
Yes,
I
he
know it for a
does.
fact. No, and Trump doesn't either, okay? Yeah, okay, Trump cares about the comedy, that's good.
If I give you information that shows you Biden cares about disability,
No,
would
I'm
you-
not going to believe it because you want to know something? Kennedy is where it's at, okay? If Kennedy does not go win against Biden, I'm going to vote for Republicans.
Ladies and
but I
gentlemen,
don't
for the
think
sake of this discussion, my good friend Gary here, he's spreading misinformation.
No.
And I'm just having a conversation with him. I know I cannot change his mind because he's dug in and he's dug in so deep that it's so concerning that I couldn't do the work that needs to be done in this small amount of time that him and I can talk right now.
Okay, the real pillow guy said, okay, RFK is a joke. You want to know something? The whole family is nicer than any other politician ever. They care about disability people. And if you don't think so, people in the comments, then I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Your sister made
Okay.
special
Okay.
reference. I'm sticking with
So
it.
Gary, you get on every time, and every day you get into the box. Your political stance changes. Hello, Tina. Nice to see you. Your political stance changes. So I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry, but that's just where I
No,
stand
this
right
time
now. I don't.
I'm
I feel like tomorrow. I feel like you're going to go to work right now. You're going to have a great day at work, and then you know what? You're going to say, you know what? I like President Biden now because I've had a great day at work.
no,
And then you're going to get
no.
on TikTok
I'm
on
never gonna say it
Monday.
again. I
Huh?
voted for him, and he ruined everything. He ruined everything.
Who? Don't
Biden. Okay, he ruined everything.
lies once again. What is
He ruined
Biden?
everything.
Listen, before you go, Felix, what exactly can you say Biden ruined? Tell the American people listening right now.
Comedy. He canceled the oil thing. He took the jobs away from the oil thing. You don't drill, nothing's gonna happen. Okay?
What about the fact that he cut childhood poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan? What about the fact that he's achieved historically low unemployment rates after the pandemic caused them to skyrocket? What
Okay, so why
about
are
the
the
fact
prices
that
up?
he passed $1.2 trillion
I'm
bipartisan
not gonna say
infrastructure
anything good
package?
about Biden anymore. I don't
Wait a
care
second.
about Biden.
Wait
I
a
don't care
second.
about Obama.
Wait
I don't
a
care about
second.
Clinton, Bushes. I don't care about Nixon. I don't care about any other president
You know what,
except
brother Felix?
people who have disability needs.
Well, listen up, brother Felix. I'm gonna move on to the next guest because I know you got to get to work. All
Yeah,
right,
you gotta get to work.
and I don't
And
want.
by the way, don't hit the button, okay? Don't. I want to just say one thing. Take it like a man. If you don't take it like a man, then I guess you're not a man, okay? Now,
What exactly did you want me to take?
what's gonna happen tonight?
What are you talking about?
I don't like the Lakers.
Oh, you brought the Lakers up. I knew what you were about to do, Gary, and you know that kind of content will not be tolerated. Get them out of here. I don't want to hear about those Lakers. Listen. Listen, it's a sensitive topic for me right now. I just can't deal with it right now. I'm so sorry. I don't have a lot of weaknesses, but right about now, I don't want to hear about the Lakers because the Warriors are going to win, especially with a lot of the stuff that I've heard coming out about Anthony Davis. So, Gary, have a great day at work. Okay, enjoy your Friday, and we will talk again. Let's move it on to our next guest. All right. Oh my goodness. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay. Bamba, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Justice. Well, it seems that we're having connection issues with Bamba. All right. So we'll bring up our last guest today. All right. All right. Wakanda, good
Morning.
morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Another day out here in the kingdom telling truth. All right. It's
That's right.
Friday. I'm hoping you are having a great day. Is that
I am. I am. It's a good day in the kingdom as always. You know how that
awesome?
goes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's not often we get to, come together and conversate and just tell the truth like this. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's
All
right.
right.
And the way how we tell the truth, we combat the lies. We
That's
combat the
right.
lies.
That's right.
That's what we do. We combat the lies and the liars.
That's
And
right.
this last guest, I mean, come on, y'all. Who knows about this Kennedy fella? Does anybody know any information on him?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've followed him a great deal because he's an ex-lawyer for the Morgan and Morgan establishment.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Let Gary know, please.
So what we found out about him is he was always talking about the vaccine. He was talking about the vaccine and
Mm.
saying how it didn't work and it wasn't something that anybody should get.
Wow. Shame on
Yes.
him.
He was talking.
Shame.
Yes.
Shame on him.
Yes.
And
And
this
so
is
what? And then guess who supports him?
you don't say.
Just take a guess. Take a guess whose camp he's really in.
Is it tied to
Zeus.
this guy right here?
That one, yes, yes. That's who support.
Shame.
That's who he supported. That's who he was supporting in the last election. So
Wow.
now he's trying to now that 2024 is
Oh,
rolled
they say
around.
Steve Bannon supports him too. Mm.
Yes, Mr. Breitbart and Wall
Roger
fraud
Stone.
man himself.
Gary,
Yes,
shame on you for getting
shame.
on
But
TikTok.
that's who Felix is supporting, y'all. Y'all better get these facts.
Shame on you.
You better get these facts. Y'all better get it. I'm telling you. And he's running for, and he wants to run for president. And he says he's a Democrat. Yeah, just like Manchin and Cinema.
Wasn't there a
Them kind of
Democrat
Democrats.
at wasn't there a Democrat what were they in North Carolina and they switched and became Republican? Is that where
hmm
Oh yeah, shame.
mm Yeah, it's the level of the rats in the ship for me, Zeus. It's the level of the rats in the ship.
Wow, I like that the level of the rats in the ship.
The level of the rats in the ship.
All kinds of treason going on.
That's right. A bunch of rats in the ship. That's what you
And
got.
I'm disappointed because treason in the kingdom will not be tolerated.
That's right. I done bought me some cats though. I got me some cats and some rat traps. That's what I got.
we
I'm coming with the cats and the rat traps.
got cat. We got rat traps. Good morning, Eva.
That's right. And I'm not talking about them glue traps that just, get the rat stuck on it. I'm talking about the ones that come down and clamp the net. That's the one I'm
Bam! Lights out,
bam, the
lights
clap
out.
one.
Woo wee!
That's right.
Gotta be
You're not going
careful. Those are
listen,
dangerous.
you're not going to survive this trip. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to survive this trip. Nope. Not having it.
Oh no, you're not gonna survive.
That's
Tell them.
right. I
Tell
got to
them
do it.
the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't coordinate these conversations. This is just honest truth coming from real Americans.
That's right.
hmm
I
So
got to spit it.
I'm glad that you let Gary know to cut it out
hmm
with his so-called support for Kennedy. Cut it out.
Yeah. hmm But see, if you're gonna support a Democrat, support a good one. We're not gonna have none of these fake ones. Cause see, listen, I'm all about getting rid of all fakeness. We all fakeness got to go.
Got to
All of it
go.
got to go. That's right. Mm.
All
I
right. So
can't have it.
tell
So
them the truth, okay? Because they don't wanna admit that when it comes to the Republican Party, there's a lot of stuff they need to clean up in their own party before they can try to hold the Democrats accountable for a thing.
that's
Okay?
right.
You got this guy right here cheating on his wife while she's
All of
pregnant.
them. All of them.
Eugene Carroll,
He ain't.
Stormy Daniels,
That's right. He ain't been faithful to not one wife he's had. Not one.
not one.
Now, not, but you want to always talk about what's good and what's Christian. Tell me what's Christian about that.
What is
You
Christian
said,
about this man?
no, nothing. And then he go hold the Bible and hold it upside down. If you read the Bible, don't you supposed to know what side you're supposed to hold up?
You're
Huh?
right.
You supposed to know what side to hold up. If you're gonna read it, it's
He's
sad.
not
It's sad.
reading that Bible.
That's right. And then they asked him what his favorite scripture was. Oh, I don't want to tell what that is. What?
There's so
But I
many
thought
to
you was
choose
Christian.
from.
But I thought you was Christian though. You're supposed to know it. You're supposed to be able to quote it. No, he couldn't even do that. It's sad.
That's
It's
right.
real sad.
So don't try to say Trump's part of the Bible prophecy. Okay, when the seven seals broke, you could hear the trumpets playing. And what do you think trumpet meant? It
Oh,
meant cut it out.
they didn't say that, did they, Zeus?
They said that.
Oh.
They tell me all these conspiracies. After each of these lives, right? I got people who follow me and they go, "You're wrong. You're a liar." And then they send me these videos, and I look at these videos and I'm going, the fact that you actually got people out here creating this content,
And it's sad. That's
it
sad.
is it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
It is. It's terrible. See, but I'm all for the truth and what's right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm for.
because the
That's
truth
what I'm
will
for.
set you free. Okay,
And you know how they used to say back when they tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what I'm here.
man,
That's what I'm here to do. That's what we doing around these parts. But anyway, I digress.
I appreciate it. Listen, you are
All right.
always welcome to come in and share the gospel, Sister Wakanda. Okay,
Well, thank you, Brother Zeus. I surely appreciate your kindness and your love. You have an
awesome.
awesome day, bro. Okay.
Awesome. You too, as
All
well.
right. Bye
All
bye.
right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, we've done another outstanding job bringing truth out here in Olympus. But it is now time for Zeus to go take care of those things in the kingdom that require his attention. I thank all of you for following me. I thank all of you for the gifts. And I encourage you all to have a great rest of your day. I may be in the closet of truth later. I may not, but if I don't get to see you again, I'll see you on Monday. All right, Shay, I see you. But before we leave, we got to play your favorite song by yours truly, me. Because not only am I a host, but I'm one of the best rappers out there, hands down. So take care, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great rest of your day.
Truth always, the most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am. And I really am, ladies and gentlemen.
Sound nine made with me.
This is how I move when
Thank
I'm
you,
walking like
Yazzie.
Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky
Thank
like
you,
you up
Cece.
like Zeus. I make my own
Divided,
rules. I'm
yes.
a god, call me Zeus.
Still I
I'm
rise.
riding in the eagle like I bread on me
Rich.
too. Took a long time to get
Rich,
here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me.
Yazzie.
Oh, I got money on my mind.
I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This
Thank
is
you
where
for
your
the
butter
gift.
feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the
Let's
dead.
go.
Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse.
Yes.
I'm catching all these
Heads
snakes
back.
like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades,
Yes, I'm on
burning down the
fire.
roof. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Trying to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act
Cut it out,
when I'm
Hammond.
moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood
thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. Hello, Gina. Nice to see you. I don't want to see the Lakers. Cut it out, Lakers. Thank you. Digging hard like Bruce. Morris Reed on the beat. You better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught flipping the woods or you'll be dead like a Lindsay on the beat like Zeus. Let's go. Delon on the beat like Zeus. RMC on the beat. Yeah, you heard about me. Alright, I see you. Take care. Yeah, I see you. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse. Yes, go Warriors! Shout out to the Warriors. No LeBron? Yeah, you know what? LeBron might be voting for Trump. But no, I don't think LeBron is voting for Trump. I saw him talk about that. LeBron won't be voting for Trump. So, yes, go Warriors! I will see you all later. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.